We're back with the performance segment. We're gonna get going with the one and only Adriana. I am Adriana T. She has a piece for us called Techno.
Peace, everybody. First of all, it's not what you think, but I love a controversial title. But let's get right into it. Back and forth conversations, for and against, listing reasons why on both sides of the fence. Terrible tech, tricking teens into mess, troping tweens into stress, testing mental success of adults of all ages through invasive persuasion and manipulation. Don't be a downer. Tech is the future. Regardless of field, the world's run by computers. Just look at your life and the progress within it. Some of these changes are from digital equipment. Your concerns are heard, but seen as irreverent. Trusting AI delegates insults true intelligence, detaching us from learning, lowering the relevance. Laziness is king. They want us not to do a thing, giving control to their computers now. Alarm bells ring. Tring-a-ling-a-ling. Suspect. Look, maybe we should change the subject, because what I have to say next might be taken out of context. The vision may be complex, but a vision nonetheless. We can use these tools in tandem with our brains to make more progress. A third person interjects. There's a median, I bet. Right and wrong are both subjective, so conceding might be best. Not one person, but you both. Points were made on both sides. Faults were noted that reside. Keys were noted that collide, resonating real concerns and solutions on your sides. Advancement is key to help us evolve. Adapt to new challenges we're meant to resolve. Knowledge is imperative, requiring focus, which is lacking due to tech, if you care to notice. My point? Either way, research is needed. Conversation is needed. Discernment is needed. Agree to disagree in unity. It needs a microscope, and yes, it is needed. I suggest you learn it to expand what you know. But arguments and fighting over tech, no. Tisha, thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This was fun.
Yeah, that was dope.
Like you had some fun writing that one. I like it.
Yeah.
Mhm. I like the different voice, the over the radio voice, the
Oh, you caught
old
that. That's
school,
super
the
90. You caught that.
yeah, I like that. That was dope and very legit. And I get it. But all that fuss and fighting over tech, no, it's not techno. It's not.
No.
We
Yeah,
can utilize it. I like that. I like that a lot. You're really good with your wordplay. It's really off the charts.
Appreciate y'all.
indeed.
I
Moving it
like
right. Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
this happens all the time between you and I man. You keep going to talk at the same time. I was just gonna say I love the way it landed with the tech. No, but very clever with the title. There she does it again. But it was a really mind triggering piece yet again, to just give the audience the opportunity to kind of turn these concepts around in their minds. So I appreciated that. Wonderful, thank you.
You tried to paint a picture of the duality of it all. It's not one size fits all.
Absolutely.
And then we have yours truly with changes. This is a piece that came to me within The last day was completed today. So changes. The future is here. The future started yesterday. The future has been planned since 1956, since during the Dartmouth Summer Research Project on Artificial Intelligence. All this to set the precedence on how the GPTs of this day and age will pave the way for change. Change is necessary. As sure as night changes to day or unexpected change like me, changing careers from construction to IT support. And I just made mechanic, so some will say that that's backwards, like my last password, but it's sure to change my tax bracket and the quality of my life. I will not be left behind in this digital divide, so getting with the times for me means going back. Back to when I was a teenager in the computer repair class. Now at 42, I'm back in school, sitting in the front of the class, and the course is rigorous. And I'm 7 weeks in and 8 weeks left, so of course I'll finish this sooner or later, and all the data has changed the flavor of my elevator pitch. Well, I guess this is what happened when you learn about connecting a switch to hubs and routers, and if you take a trip with your devices across the pond and have a problem turning on, it's because you need a physical adapter to convert the voltage. I'm turning for Stefan to Urkel on this, and that's a 90s reference to my preference for change. My son will say that his dad is old, and I know, but son, some don't make it to this age. God rest the soul of Andrew Cole. Changes.
Well
Marvelous.
done. Talking about clever. That was clever. And I peeped you using your elevator knowledge references in there too. That was very, 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 very clever. Ladies and gentlemen, those were the references he used, if y'all didn't know. Um, in addition to that, I love the self-empowerment of it all. Connected to a conversation we had off camera that I won't get into, but that's a physical example of transmuting energy, of turning something that may be stressful, like taking a course and throwing yourself out of something that you're familiar with to something you completely, brand new to, and turning it into joy, turning it into that motivation, and that keeps you pushing to achieve your goals, which you are going to finish. You're going to finish well.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that part too.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to make it about myself. I was fighting, like, should I really just get on here and try to do a poem about technology from the standpoint of being super spiritual and how it's taken away or adding to? Then it's like, just talk about what you're going through right now. Make it.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
And congratulations too, because congratulations on the career change and all of that. Yeah, for real. That's what's up.
Thank you. Thank you.
I directly related to that, being 42 and sitting at the front of the class, and like you have to lean in a bit more in it. From scratch up in these arenas, like that's been me on the course that I'm on, and I think it makes me think about technology allowing you that opportunity, because previous generations couldn't change career. There was no career to change into for a start. You worked down the mines, or you were a fisherman, or and construction 20 years ago or 30 years ago would have been more financially viable than what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So it's the technological advances that allow us to now change careers and have more freedom. And as like with Adriana's piece, for some that induces fear because they want to stay stuck. Like when COVID hit, and you hear all these people saying the businesses, some people made more money in COVID than they did out of COVID,
right,
because they pivoted and they didn't see it as something really bad. They just did something different. Like I won't go into it, but I watched a pod the other day with Country Wayne, and what he was saying, and that's what he was saying, was that in COVID, he wasn't able to tour, and that's what pushed him online. You know, had COVID not hit, would he have done that? So yeah, your piece was yet again took my mind down a million roads. But salute to you for having the courage and reducing your ego and getting out there, because we are still very young, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just going into a whole new chapter, and this part of your life might even be something that is like a distant memory. You know, that's how I'm seeing my change. I can imagine in 5 years' time going, I can't believe I did
Right.
frontline, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant, as always.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to pass the mic to the supernatural C with
Yeah,
Blurry.
Blurry, right? So super quick download this was, and I can't lie, I wasn't feeling some mad urge to write a piece on technology. So it's a bit of a push. Other subjects, I'm like, yeah, I've got lots to say on that. But this, I was like, what have I got to say about it? Blurry. A world buzzing and humming, whirring with turbines of refined thinking and advancement, enhancements, converging, digression and concurring, that all is not what it appears. Do we fear a future not yet set, or allow this to keep us back? Is energy free when we progress, or is it shackles we accept out of vanity, ego, and discontent? This is blurry ground, not yet set out. Nothing to fear but fear, no doubt. And with that, I close my eyes for high definition and a resolution where we rise. Blurry.
That was fast to the point. Seems like you got it.
Blurry to clarity to high definition. I like how that resolution changed.
Yeah. Talking about, I ain't really was inspired to write. You found something real quick.
Well, you know what, man? I keep seeing people saying it, and I ain't about to lose my superpowers. So that was downloaded. I give credit to where it's due, because I downloaded that, man. I can't even say, oh, I'm so intelligent and I wrote that. No, not really. I put the pen to paper. As I was on, not to go too deep, but as I was on the toilet, I was like, give me the words. Words came. So yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
My service is terrible. I keep cutting in and out. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you good. We hear you good. And with that being said, we do have tone, top-notch tone, that is, to anchor us off with the daily signal.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Daily Signal. I'm Cynthonia and I'm reporting today's top story. After only 6 months on the market, InnerSync Neutral Assistant has officially become the fastest adopted technology in modern history. Experts are calling it the end of uncertainty. The device, implanted just behind the ear, monitors emotional fluctuation, decision-making patterns, hormonal shifts, subconscious fears, and societal behaviors, allowing the system to make life choices before confusion even occurs. So then, why trust intuition when you can optimize certainty? Users report a 92% decrease in anxiety after surrendering the burden of intuition. Many users, excuse me, hold on one second. Many users admitted they no longer trust personal judgment without system confirmation. It's just easier, less stress, and and a high percentage of turnout. Children enrolled in the early sync program reportedly develop brand loyalty before developing self-awareness. Hold on, excuse me. Critics continue questioning whether childhood dependency on simulation could be considered a parenting crisis or profitable business model. Ironically, the technology designed to improve connection has led to record levels of emotional isolation. When asked whether humanity has become too dependent on technology, one citizen responded, dependency? No. Well, dependency as opposed to what? And the question is posed, how far are we from forgetting what intuition is? This has been the Daily Signal. Good afternoon.
Yay! I love the radio style. The radio style is fantastic. And I think it is like, I love the fact you included that point that it was supposed to increase, our connections are supposed to be better, but it's increased social isolation, anxiety, you know? Because that's the potential, isn't it? That's what I like about your piece, is that the potential is, and it's happening. It's not just potential, as you said in the discussion, that there's a total dependency upon. And what we know with this human technology, biological technology, is if you don't use it, you lose it. Any part of it.
Yeah, and that's what I think about these kids and the new generation coming up, and the babies that are born now, the ones that are like 5 and younger. And, you know, like, how far away from intuition are we really? Like, you know?
Yeah, I heard some of the podcast questions in there. I'm like, okay, that's all right. See what you did there. And to put it, craft in that form of a broadcast. That was like, okay, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Put it to a skit or something like that.
I was thinking something different. I was gonna actually like create a newspaper, like an article, and like have it put it up, but honestly, it was just gonna take too much time, like to go onto Canva, do that or whatever. So I was just like, I'll just do it like a news anchor, even though I don't have a news anchor voice, but it was just a cool idea. But in any event, that's my piece.
That was dope. Can I get a little? I'm gonna get a little spiritual for a second. Without delving too far into stuff I don't know about. I think that you may have been doing the same thing Caroline was doing as far as challenges concerned. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Like, think about the pieces you wrote and what life is life in right now, and how life is life in right now. You might want to take a second, third, fourth look at what you wrote. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure what the message might be because that's specifically for you, but especially if things are out of nowhere, you might want to take a look at that. Especially like with situations like that, everything that's starts one way, it develops from another place. Like the same way Caroline got to download, where she got it, and I literally pray before I write, so I channel. I don't necessarily write alone. So and I don't know about IMI's process, but I know that spirit's all up and through there. So brilliant piece, your storytelling top tier per usual. But also I wanted to add that piece to it. Like, That because that has happened to me before, which is why I added that to the spectrum, not to get too deep because that ain't anybody's business but yours. But you might want to take a look at that. Dope either way though.
This has been another episode of the Well-Beings Podcast. Thanks for joining us. We'll see y'all again next month.